Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer, your personal magician. Shout out to those of you who have subscribed to me on Instagram. I now have an exclusive personal magician service on Instagram, 99 cents a month. It gives you access mainly to any and all exclusive posts. I say that because some of you are watching this on YouTube or Facebook. But if you're on Instagram, what I'm going to start doing is I do these magic moon messages every other day or 2 days. So I'm going to start like expanding on these messages. So for those of you who want like part twos to these magic moon messages, or I'll break down relative to your moon sign what the moon transit will be like for you, then I'll make an exclusive live video pop up on Instagram, and then that way we can chat more intimately and all that too. So for any of you who are interested in that, I may pop up and do a live today or tomorrow on Instagram at the Peace Dealer if you're watching from a different source. And yeah, just hit it up. It's really cool. We got some really cool peoples there. Shout out to those of you who already subscribed. I got you. If you would like to accept the Peace Dealer as your personal magician and counselor, join us on Instagram. And outside of that, shout out to all of you showing support in whatever way you are. This stage in my career is an ascending one. So I hope you're ready for this ride. Okay, the next 24 months, the next 2 years. If you rocking with me, I think you're gonna like what you see. Other than that, the moon is in Leo, 2 degrees. The sun is about 22 degrees Scorpio. So this is the culmination of the entire Scorpio season transit that is getting ready to complete the harvest of the full moon. We had the new moon in Scorpio, which activated this new cycle of transformation as you are transcending into the highest capability of your function and character. Moving through the 6 month arc of April to October, to where, based on this breakthrough of your character, you can now transform. This is literally how it works. We do this literally every year. You could literally transform relative to your collective society that triggers said transformation, hence because you have to deal with other people that will draw out these deeper facets of yourself in conflict or in balance, yada, 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 jargon, 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 boom, 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 boom. Here's where it gets awesome though. Okay, so we've completed this breakthrough, and now we're transforming into this. We started that cycle. Then we had the quarter square with Saturn and Aquarius to break through the seeds you sowed with the total knowledge of an advanced understanding of what the fuck you're transforming into. Because some of you felt like you knew, and then you realize, oh wow, like I did so much more soul work than I thought. I leveled up so much more than I thought. Now I needed more knowledge to understand who the fuck I'm becoming. Boom, you went through that moon in Pisces transit. You realize that reality is still stranger than fiction. And then bam, full moon in Taurus. You completed physiological, practical, grounded understanding of, oh shit, no, I'm really transforming. Like, wow, like evidence, boom, boom. And now, okay, this is very pivotal. We just finished feeling the completion of this harvest in rising and ascending, the cardinal function of feeling the power of this transformation. And now we're in Leo, okay? The third quarter square. So if the new moon is where you plant seeds and you're a farmer, and then the first quarter square is where the seeds you planted break through the ground, and then the full moon is where you're ready to harvest what you planted, you're reaping what you sowed. Then the third quarter square is if your harvest period of reaping everything you sowed and putting it in the barrels. This is now the transit where you look at all the barrels and you're like, this is all we harvested. This is crucial. In my opinion, I'm more Capricorn, Scorpio leading, so I like this type of transit. I like the harvest to this transit because this lets you know, relative to what you sowed, how much you kind of made. So if you need to do better next month, you can. It helps you kind of reevaluate over the next month during the balsamic phase where we clear the field and then we plant new seeds. So the 11th house is the results and rewards from career. The 11th house is where the government takes their part of your gross income before the second house of your net income. So this is where you take the barrels and it's like, okay, 2 of these barrels are for you. Remember, 11th house is community, right? So you've done that work collectively. 11th house is, okay, 2 of these barrels are for you, 3 of these barrels are for you, and the rest are for me. That's the 11th house. When the moon is in Virgo, you're going to come into very practical, tangible understanding of the real effects of the supernatural energy, innovative evolution and development. God damn, it's a lot of words, but it's controversial because we're breaking through at a crucial precipice to where we're fully out of the concept of this abstract and metaphysical experience and concept, and it's real now. It's important to highlight the whole notion of, especially since 2010, concepts that you believed in, you knew were true, you saw evidence for, but it just wasn't real for you, right? It's like somebody who you know exists. In fact, you've seen evidence of them, but you've never met them in person. So it's not like they're real. You know what I'm saying? Until you meet them. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I've been thinking about you, I've been seeing you, I've been believing stuff about you, but like you're real, like I can touch you. Like it's real. It's real. You feel me? Some of you, these are certain concepts that you have known to be true about yourself, especially when it comes to the controversial nature of how certain mainstream or popular ideas may go against this belief. But you have already seen evidence of this to be true, but you haven't experienced truly for real, like you have, but not enough for it to be real for you. It's real for you now. By the moon in Virgo, it's real for you now. And by Capricorn, it's fully real. This is actually very crucial because this whole aspect, before we start the process of divvying up the goods, is where we get into the mathematical nature of this. So you're going to be flaming up all moon in Leo. Flaming because Leo is flaming, okay? I say that respectfully. They bring the fire. It's really important to embrace this flaming with Leo in your receptivity to the courage and strength that you want to see as charging. So if the new moon to the full moon, as you are sowing seeds to harvesting it, was you downloading a new program to harness energy supernaturally because you can do that, and now you're no longer playing games with your ability to do that because you're harvesting supernatural experiences that force you to take this seriously because you've been probably frightened on yourself your whole life due to peer pressure, just not really caring enough as much as you should, and now your own higher self is just like, wake up. Cool. So now that downloading bar screen is finished. And when you finish downloading a program, then you have to upload it to your vessel or your whatever you call it, your device. And then that's another loading process. So then we can think of the moon in Taurus to now as you uploading it and bing, it's done. And not only is it done, now you can actually activate the protocol. So the moon in Leo is charging up. It's charging in Leo. Now, we had the moon in Cancer 21 degrees trying the sun in Scorpio 21 degrees. That is a closing trine. It is a 270-degree angle, okay, that enacts from 270 degrees to, that can't be right. You got 180, you got 210, and then you got 250, something like that. Hold me to that. There's 180, 210 with the closing king kunks. 210 plus 30 is actually 240 degrees. So 240 degrees is the 21 degree in Cancer, and we're headed to 270 degrees of the third quarter square. Once the moon is about 23 degrees Leo, then it's going to be a 270 degree square to 23 degrees Scorpio. That is going to be the official beginning of this completion of harvest, where you will feel the completion of this charge, and this square and the pressure of it is going to break you through. Oh my gosh, this is hard to explain because you're literally breaking through into supernatural understanding of harnessing energy. Some of you will be able to be like, you know what, I don't want to go to sleep tonight, so let me charge my energy so I can generate enough energy to run off of. Controversial, because some of you already do this. Some of you have been doing this unconsciously, but you're breaking through into a more practical, conscious, direct use, which is why this whole season is super controversial. And Sagittarius is going to be fucking crazy. So this is the best part. Okay. Boom. That 240 degree to 270 degree transit is what we're going through right now. The elevation up as it's flaming is it's flaming up. So I just scientifically explained how you with the collective are flaming up, right? We started with power, soul power, and now we're in the fire of Leo charging this. So what it should literally feel like is that you are ascending the solar charge, okay? Your natural body has natural Taurus energy that's being innovated by Uranus. Scorpio opposite this is like deepening the pure energy within like your sexual organs. But then you have the cosmic energy of Saturn and Aquarius, which is more collective mental energy that's connecting you to a collective grid, energetically, psychically, causally, whatever you want to call it. But here is the thing. The moon that's opposite this cross that's forming now is going to, through the next few hours, complete this charge. And where it was conjunct Saturn, complete the knowledge that you gained about this transformation through actually fully experiencing it and fully completing the charge, fully tapping into how you express creatively what you understood knowledgeably. So you read it in a book 2 weeks ago, and now you're orating it, right? Through the version of you finishing the charge of your phone or your superpowers, okay? Remember, the powers broke through in Libra, so you're charging them, you're strengthening them in Scorpio through transformation and breakthrough. And it's this square and lead up to the square that's going to be akin to you going up a roller coaster and then breakthrough. The breakthrough roller coaster into Sagittarius season that will shit your pants. I mean, that will excite you and inspire you. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to say too much, but I will say that as the sun starts to trine Jupiter more in Pisces, this will also hyper accelerate your ability to embrace and evolve into a more supernatural expression of yourself. Remove these limits, and please don't tell yourself that there's anything you can't do, because if you wanted to transform into a unicorn, you can. It may not be in the way that you expect to, but you can. Just open up to that possibility. Moon and Leo will help you feel how strong you are. I'm gonna be real with you. And this is also going to challenge with the square to Uranus how seriously you take yourself. Please don't be these too cool for school ass motherfuckers who feel like they're cooler than other people so much that they can't really be their unique weird self because they're too worried about what other people look or think about them. Those are called losers. They just act the part. You are truly unique, eccentric. You have a whole universe within you. Use it, embrace it, experience it. And as you flame up, feel into the hard work that came into this pure breakthrough of your magnificence as you embrace this apotheosis and fully ascend into your God self, your awakened self. Godspeed.